sell that, but it's really big. The back goes way down to the river. And so he's been fiddling with that and kind of grumping about it. So I think we won't be able to stay there for a really long time, but I'm holding out.
Does he have a riding lawnmower?
We did. Now we hire it mowed. But we have a lot of, there's a lot of trees and bushes and stuff. So, yeah. But it's really, it's just like kind of your own little world back there. And it's going to kill me to give that.
Up there by the rec center and take that van, walk down to Buffalo.
Behind our house, yeah.
Yeah, and it's beautiful down in there.
It is.
But it's kind of, get back in there, it's kind of a different world.
It is. It is. And, we talk about that. We go outside and it's like you're not in town. It's just so, it's going to be hard to give up. But
It is 9 o'clock, so we're going to call the meeting to order. A current copy of the Open Meetings Act of Nebraska is posted on the wall at the back of the council chambers. Roll call.
Wilkie?
Yes, here.
Zerowska?
Present.
Lucas?
Here.
Patterson?
yes,
Mendenhall?
Here.
Okay, you've got the minutes from April 13th, 2023 for review and approval.
I move to approve.
For a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Who was the second?
Mark. Roll call.
Wilkie?
Yes.
Zerowska?
Yes.
Lucas?
Yes.
Patterson?
Yes,
Mendenhall?
Yes.
Okay. Next item this morning is a review of the City of North Platte amended redevelopment plan and review the cost-benefit analysis for Phase 2 for the Lakeview Apartments development, also known as Victory Village. So, you have that in your packet. If you have discussion items or questions.
Do you want to mention my mic's not here?
Mr. Bacon usually is here to go through more detail, and he had to take his wife to the emergency room this morning, and so he can be reached by cell phone if we want to talk to Mike on any of these items and have questions specifically on the document for Mike. But the plan that we looked at initially is in more formal fashion here. Very, in union with what we already talked about the last time we got together here, so. Discussion or comments? Okay, so we need to consider the resolution of adoption of the 2023-3 to forward to the city council to approve the redevelopment plan. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion we accept the 2023 development plan.
Is there a second?
I would second.
Any discussion? All right, roll call.
Wilkie?
Yes?
Zerowska?
Yes.
Lucas?
Yes.
Patterson?
yes,
Mendenhall?
Yes.
Okay. Next item is to review the proposed redevelopment contract for the Exit 179, the Wilkinson Development redevelopment project. And in your packet, you do have the full redevelopment contract. There were a couple of changes from the initial one that was sent out. There's a $48,000 addition on Exhibit D to add top category of site and demo that'll be included on that. And we also noted there was a typo on page 22 where the plat in North Platte was left off, we'll correct that, or we'll act on it as if that is already corrected. So,
Can I just address Clary Nykoff, Wilkinson Development? That addition of 48,000 was already presented to the CRA, Planning Commission, and City Council. It was just a misfigure on the first packet that you received. So that 5.122 million is what was presented before.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, Claudine caught that, and that was exactly what we had before, so there's no changes there. It's just to make it the same, so thank you.
And I'll just note on the typo that Mr. Wilkie mentioned, Mr. Lucas brought that to our attention. It's on an exhibit to the redevelopment contract that just proposes the form of a note for part of the financing. And so the redevelopment contract itself references that the note would be in substantially that form, so I don't see any problem in correcting the typo before the note would be signed, but we're looking just at the redevelopment contract and considering approval of that, adoption of the resolution. So I don't know if anybody has any other questions on that, but I'm happy to answer them if they do.
Have you been involved in the process? I believe there are going to be lien waivers and things like that that are presented to Don for those advances. Is that how you've been involved in that too, Clarine, as far as how that's going to work?
Maybe Mark more in North Platte.
Okay.
I've been involved in other communities, but they don't always handle it exactly the same.
So anyway, Mike said there's a process he's talked with Don about that will be how they fund the note. So, and we can call Mike if you have questions, you want more clarity with, we can call Mike's cell phone if he wants him on the phone.
Does the city have a process by which they usually follow for?
This would be the recommended process from Mr. Bacon, and so I think it is very similar to before,
Okay.
the process that when they've done this before, and so not every project has the note feature in it, but when they have a note feature in it, this is how he believes best practice for North Platte, and I believe it's been done that way before when it's been done in North Platte. So it has been done before this way in North Platte, and that's the preferred way he'd suggest we would do that for a process.
Sounds good to me.
Any other discussion on this? Okay, we need a motion about the adoption of the resolution 2023-4.
Make a motion to accept resolution 2023-4.
Second?
Second.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Wilkie,
Yes.
DeRosco,
Yes?
Lucas,
Yes.
Patterson,
Yes,
Mendenhall.
Yes.
Okay. So this will go back to the council with our recommendations, so. Any other business this morning? Okay, we're adjourned. I expected more.